Yeah, I've changed the delay now. So
how many hands online generally last over 100 seconds?
I don't know. We'll find out. If my hand is exposed, then I will just fold. Probably. But what are the chances that they're all actually watching the stream? I think if. Oh,
It looks like Connor aces an archer shot first.
yeah.
And it's only your cards that are getting exposed, so it's
Yeah.
as the streamers.
Back in like 120 seconds. So we are live now, obviously, in 2 minutes time. So we've changed the delay. The delay is now 100 seconds. So Connor, if you listen to this, Archer, if you listen to this, if you get into a pot with me, I will try and play it in under 1.5 minutes. So
speed poker.
Yeah.
As online poker is generally play through quicker than live drawn situations.
So we have an ace deuce here, attacking Connor's big blind. So somebody, we can't fold for that much. If he has a better ace, or if not, so we are going to be chopping this pot 100% of the time. So third game, that's 2 chop pots now that we've had all in pre. So interesting dynamic here, 5-handed. Bernstein on our right, Connor 2 to our right. Gonna after open an ace 5-handed. I feel like that's the only play here. Audrey to our left, and which we've talked about, and Archer to on the button. I like betting here small. We have the ace of clubs. It is potentially a check back, but
I believe we may be back.
Yeah, we are back. We are back.
We are back on the stream, so.
Well, we would have been back to 120 seconds ago. So the last 120 seconds is what we're seeing now.
Yes.
So obviously we have to bet that. We have to bet the king high board as it favours the pre-flop raiser as well. It does hurt when he jams on us, but I don't think he's doing it too light. You want to hit the board 1 in 3 times? Am I right? In saying
I'm
that?
not sure if you're the maths guy, so.
You want to hit the board 1 in 3 times. So if you see bet, you're going to win 2/3 of the pot, and you're also going to win the pot when you hit a better hand than them. When you both hit it that 1/6 of the time, 1/9 of the time, sorry. So yeah, that's why c-betting is so effective, and that's why it became almost standard in most poker lines, most poker theory. C-betting standard just because of how infrequently you play it, the opposition actually has a hand. Jack King here for less than 5 big blinds is a snap off. I'm going to slow roll him a little bit because I think he is a tight player and he probably has an ace, but never folding here. We're never ever folding. Just wanted to have a little talk about it. Queen 8, so he does get the best hand here. We're going to need a king on the river, but no. Doesn't come. And a double for Archer. We get it in a good yet again, but cannot find a winning any real money in our way.
I think we need to start avoiding these flip situations.
These Joker stars hands. So Connor here opening so frequently, picking up the chips, picking up the blinds, picking up the antes. We will probably be getting into a pot with him at some point, but not just yet. Again, same spot here, raising ace 10, not folding to a shove off Archer shot. Interested to see Audrey come in. We just have to reship here.
Just isolating.
He's got 10 big blinds. I just can't fold. Yeah, just put it in. Hopefully Audrey will decide to let her hand go. Ace 10 for a game.
Once again,
we'll see a chat. We're definitely ahead of Archer's range here. He's just been shoving so much.
I think we've got all in ace deuce v ace deuce and ace 10 v ace 10 now.
Yeah,
so.
he has all the pairs, and even if we're like 70-30, when he has ace jack, ace queen, ace king, we're not hating life too much due to the antes. Audrey's flat from the small blind all adds to our equity. So we're getting like what we need to call 6k, and we win like what was the 8,000?
9,000. 9,000.
Yeah.
It says the type of the pot. So.
Yeah. So I think even if he's dominated, it's just like well played. You found a hand. So we're going to be opening king queen here in Bernstein's big blind. Not folding again to a shove from Archer, but looks like we're going to play in this pot out of position to Audrey. Definitely going to be checking this board. Audrey never folds an ace, and c-betting doesn't get any better hands to fold, and it doesn't get any worse hands to call. But when we check, we give her an opportunity to bluff, opportunity to think that a 9's the best hand and worse queens. When she bets one big blind on the flop, when she bets one big blind on the flop, what does that tell us about her hand? Not a lot, really. But I think we can make a decision now whether we think we have the best hand. Does she bet twice like this with a queen? I don't think so. Does she bet twice like this with an ace? Yes. Is she deceptive enough to be double barreling this turn because we only called and not raised the one big blind? I don't think so. So I think we're just going to let this go. We do beat all queens, but I just think she has ace x here way too often and puts us in a horrible decision on the river. So I'm just going to let this one go and say, well done, Audrey, you win that pot.
This is a situation of thinking ahead. So
yeah.
You got to think, if I call the turn and say a non-heart 4 comes down the river, complete brick card, am I going to call another double barrel? If you're not planning to call the river barrel, then you can just fold the barrel on the turn.
But what the one big blind bet says to me, personally, on the flop is, oh my god, I flopped an ace. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and when she, especially when she follows it up with a second barrel.
You're making one big blind. You're hoping people are going to come through, see a turn, not be folded.
Definitely have to bet this turn, given that Connor limped the button and checked back. We turned equity. Jack high might be the best hand. Interesting to see a bluff on this river from me, but I just feel like he'll call us with king high just because it's Connor and he wants to get into a leveling war with us. But we're just going to check give up. He has ace high, king jack, all the ace highs and king jack highs that he's going to be checking back. But he just never folds them. So like I'd have to bet like nearly 7k here. This hand, exactly this hand, is snapping me off on the river just because of the dynamic of the stream, the dynamic of he wants to own me on stream.
Making the hero call for the streaming purposes.
And he just knows I can just have trash when I bet that turn. Like, interesting to see what was the board again. Interesting to see you check back an open-ended straight draw on the turn. Oh no, he just called. Sorry, yeah, he just called a bet on the turn with king high and a 7. So we needed a 7 and he had a 7. Obviously, a bet in the turn cannot be bad. We have jacks to win the hand. We have a 7 to win the hand. Given his exact hand, I would have thought any pair would have been good. And also we can potentially bluff better rivers. If an ace came on the river, I would potentially bet the river. But then you get into the dynamic of, would I just check the big blind with an ace and stuff like that. So ace queen there for Bernstein. Looks like he's going to be doubling up.
Triple up, I believe. Between Bernstein, Audrey and Connor.
Yep. Connor now is down from number 1 in chips for the first time in a while. Audrey takes the lead there, and he's going to be getting it in here dominated for 17k. Queen 10 v Jack Queen of Archer shot. He turned the old 10 ball, and we are going to be losing Archer shot, so unlucky to him. Thanks for watching the stream, Archer. I've seen you in the chat a few times, and we are now on the final table.
Being moved to the final
table. Table, baby.
So some of these new players on the table that we haven't seen so far, it looks like some of the people have been pre-ordered because we now have Bernstein on our left, not our right.
Yeah.
So we have we have Sam Bernstein in
we
seat
did
2.
it.
Joe Watt seat 3, Kate Mahon Weatherly in 4, Audrey in 5,
Yeah.
Corey Logan in 6, Matt Gray in 7, Connor Murray Playfair in 8, and James Bell in seat 9.
Yep, to our right. So to our direct right, we have James Bell. Yeah, we have a lot of hands with a lot of players on this society, obviously because it's society. Gutshot Grey there, giving them the beans the very first hand. Oh my god, we're going to see a 3-way all-in.
3-way all-in, will it be 4?
He's going to commit ice. Do you fold like queens here, Miniman? Do you fold like queens here? Everyone's just committing ICMs or aces, kings.
And
Well, Joe, what? Can't fold his hand. Facing a shove and a reshove. Oh, he's got 10s! Oh, how does he not get there on that turn? How does he not get there on that turn? So Bernstein there, raking in all the chips. Ace 5 under the gun, fold. Bernstein there with aces, first hand of the final table, getting a 3-way all in. Oh my god.
And he just and he tripled up 2 hands ago on our previous table as well.
Yeah.
So he's had 2 triple up, and effectively 2 triple ups in 3 hands.
So let's see what the action was pre. It looks like he raised to 2090, so we'll be mentally taking that note. So he doesn't limp aces, which is very nice to see. 8.2 big blinds and a dream, he says. So congratulations to Bernstein for getting more chips that we can win off him. So interesting to note here, Appreciate Kate is obviously Kate, a female player of the society. She opened 3x last hand, and I don't think it went to showdown. Yeah, she opened 3x last hand, and now she's limped in the position 1 to the right. So this is just an insight. So she can raise, she doesn't limp every hand, so we need to take that out of her range. I think just a check call here on this flop, we flop second pair. It's got to be the best hands most of the time. The pot is 4.2k for all you blazers out there. So a check call here, pretty standard. Ace on the turn would be good for her to double barrel. But we check and we are probably going to be folding this river. I don't think she bluffs this river. 5's a great river for us. She can have a jack, she can have better 10s, but I feel like we've got the best hand here way more often than we don't. She can have missed clubs, king 8, just whatever she limped. Ooh, interesting to see her bet this river. When she checks back, do you think she could have an ace?
I think because they went check on the turn, so it's interesting to think why, if she's opened an ace, why she would be checking back the ace on the turn when it comes.
I just don't think she bluffs this river. I don't think she bluffs this river.
I think a jack could potentially definitely be in the range here. I think a jack's more likely than an ace with the way that.
I don't think she bets a jack. I think she either has an ace or nothing, and I just don't think that she bluffs enough for her to have nothing. So I'm just going to say, well played to you. You win this hand. When she checks back, we win, but when she bets, I just feel like she checks back an ace.
And good folding time on that river, because the hand has just came up on the stream with the 100-second delay.
Oh yeah. Well, I was never going to raise, so that's fine. Interesting to see what you lot thought about that hand. Interesting to see her limp again. We have just under 10 big blinds, and it's just a standard shove spot. She limped a better hand than 4, well played to you. If Bainesy beats a hand in the big blind, well played to you. Pick up 4,200 chips if we put this in and it gets through. Kate might just call to knock me out of this tournament, but I think that there's nothing else we can do here in the small blind, facing a limp that we've seen from Kate, who's played 3 of the 4 hands.
We don't have enough chips in this situation to be set mine in, as we would have done with certain hands in earlier stage in the tournament.
Right, she calls with King 10. It's not. We're going to need to. We're going to need to find a new tournament to play. That's what we're going to need to find. Unless we're going to catch 4 in the river, and we don't. And we do bust in 8th. So unlucky to us. We are going to continue watching this final table and hopefully continue commentating on the hands.
We do have a bubble, as I believe it's 6 places.
This is the points bubble.
By busting 8 of the top 6 getting paid, as I'm sure you've heard of the league structure and points being scored for the top 6 places based on the number of players in.
So we played one hand on the final table that was interesting, and we had a bit of a decision with the 9-10. I just feel like on that river she bets so small, like she bets 3,600. I just feel like she'd check back all the hands that we beat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I decided to fold. And then we still had 11 big blinds to put it in. Queen 10 is one of the hands that you want to get to fold, but unfortunately Kate thought otherwise. Kate thought, this guy's got a small pocket pair here all of the time, and I'm flipping, and I can flip to take out the chairman on his stream.
We haven't done very well in any of the flips at all today.
No, we didn't.
That's not been one of our strengths in this situation.
So. We were trying to play small ball poker, which is what I'm trying to adopt into my tournament game. But we didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't get the knockouts when we were ahead. And did we get it in bad?
No, we had the best hand.
We had the best hand every time, didn't we? Did we have the best hand every time?
I don't think at any point we got it in behind. We
No.
got in with the same hand twice. With
Yeah, yeah.
this
I
stuff,
think it.
so-
So a bit unlucky for us.
Did we get any knockouts? Was there any knockouts?
I don't think so.
Once,
We did fall quad. We did have quads and house. So unfortunately for us, we are out. But we will continue to be watching the stream. Would you like to have a new commentator for this last bit of final table? Okay. Well, Simon
You're
does
not
not
going to get one.
Simon doesn't want to.
Simon
Simon
don't
doesn't
want
want to
to,
commentate.
so you've got us to
So-
continuing all the way through.
Yeah, the blind's going up 700, 1400. Our chip leader at the moment is Sam Bernstein, who tripled up with
With
aces,
the aces hand, yes.
very first hand. So Connor here raising under the gun into a lot of players, so this does denote some sort of strength. From his,
Undergun seven-handed on the bubble as well. So you do have Duckshot Grey, who is the short striker on the bubble.
Oh, Bernstein giving him the beans, giving him saying, I'm being the one applying pressure on this bubble, baby. But Connor, I won't be surprised if he just puts it in and says, yes, I have ace queen, let's go, and the cards. And he doesn't. Bernstein giving him the treatment. Connor is a crazy scientist, as you might have seen by his picture, his avatar. Rick, I do believe, is the crazy scientist, and he is a silver star as well. So the only one on the table with some stars attached to his name.
The only one showing their
The only one showing their stars.
That either means the others haven't got any stars or don't want to show how much poker they actually play.
Yeah. So let's. You can continue talking about this if you want.
Okay.
I'm going to go find another tournament to play for
I'm going to
afterwards.
find another tournament, but you can still see the online league game being streamed at the moment. So I will continue running through here with a hand in Sam and James, but I don't know what's been happening. So I do have full and the chat up. So
Yeah,
we'll
let's
see
find
what
a tournament.
Danes are approximately pot size behind here. So look for a tournament. So what kind of tournaments do you normally play? What's your
What's my
what do you
my
like?
go-to game?
Yes.
My go-to game is the HOTS. Anything that's like $5 or below. My bankroll currently is on 351. So I am currently looking for anything around the $1 to $2 range. But obviously we only come on here to stream the final table in the online league. This is just something extra that I'm thinking of doing afterwards if the stream doesn't drop out too often.
And to see how long it goes on for. I think the plan is to have some Sunday grind streams
Yeah, and then
going on soon. So that's something that you'll be able to see from us later. So we do have a shove here from James Bell on the button. With Ace-4 v Ace-10 of Audrey.
James, assuming that he's ahead of Audrey's limping range, finding out the bad news and getting there on the river.
River's the wheel straight, so that's
Must be nice to get that there.
yes, that.
So he shoved for less than 10 big blinds. He's found an ace and he was like, yep, this is me, this is all of my chips. Audrey there giving James Bale exactly what he needed in that spot, which is a double up, who goes up to now 30k. So Connor here raising the cutoff. As we've seen throughout this tournament, he's been very, very aggressive. Facing a donk bet from K, just insta folds his ace king there. No, I'm sure he didn't have ace king. But interesting to see a donk from K. So we've seen a limp from K, we've seen 3x from K, we've seen a very small river bet, sorry. I'm still thinking it's a bluff. We've seen a very small river bet from K, and now we've seen a donk lead as well. So if any of you out there like playing, like mentally going through the process of putting your players on some sort of hands and ranges. It's good to know what they're doing and in different situations. Like if, like you say, Connor always raises 2.1 in the cut-off, then all of a sudden he limps the hand that you're in, and you get into a really big pot. That might imply something about his hand that is all part of piecing the jigsaw together that is putting him on a hand or a range. Poker is an information game, and it is best to take note of all the information that is available to you. And a lot of things that the poker players start to learn when they play more tables and play online a lot more than live is stack sizes, and like when you're going through the motions of thinking through what you should be doing when you're playing a hand, other than noticing what your opponent's doing, like limping, 3xing, stuff like that, you need to know how much they've got behind and like how many big blinds effective and stuff like
that. I think we were talking about something along that in the hand where I think we shoved the button and we had about 50 big blinds.
Yeah.
Whereas the other people only had about
20.
15 to 20.
Yeah.
So that's the thing of, it's not just your stack size, it's the stack sizes that
Obviously.
you're up against as well. So we're effectively shoving for only about putting about a third of our stack in. Obviously,
Yeah.
I know there's a big stack to the left. But
Yeah. So as Danny's saying here, for any of you that don't know what we mean, imagine you're in the small blind and you've got 100,000 chips. The blinds are 500, 1,000, and the big blind's got 10,000 chips. If you put all your chips in, say, alright mate, I'm all in, I have King Jack, and he calls, you're only going to lose 10,000 chips. So you might as well have 10,000 chips in front of you. The whole 90k that you've got in front of you, which is nice, obviously, but that's not into play for that pot. You can only lose, it's a simple thing, a simple concept, you can only lose how much the other player has in front of them.
I think it's one of those. We're just
Been snapped off there by a flush. Miniman there is going to double up, and
under double up.
yeah. So it's just a simple thing, but it's really hard to keep that discipline of always checking how much your players got behind, whether they cover you, whether they've only got like 2 big blinds left when they call pre, and stuff like that.
It's one of those concepts that I was explained to recently, and it's something that's actually quite simple, but as a concept.
Yeah.
But until you're told it, it's not something you necessarily think. And there's another few things like that in poker which are actually basic things, but unless someone tells you about it, it's not something you're just gonna think about through playing the game.
Yeah.
So
Sorry for yawning there, but we are recovering from hangovers and 2-day benders and stuff like that. So, interesting to see Kate limp, as we've seen before, and Audrey shove. Audrey picking her spots very well there. Yeah, thanks for Bernstein to commentating on my commentating skills there. Sorry. So obviously any questions that you've got for us in chat, just whack them in there. I'll answer them in 100 seconds. I'll try my best to answer them.
Yeah, we are here for interaction as well. It's not just it's not just watching poker and us commentating. It's streams for you guys as well. So we do have an all-in on the button here. Got shot grey with queens and ace jack for a appreciate.
Gonna need to find a 10 and an ace. Nope. So good shot grey doubles up there. It's 40k. Nice hand from him. We're still 8-handed here, which is
I think we're 7. So we're still on the bubble, which can obviously take a little while with points bubbles in situations. So
sorry. Said 8 in the top right. I didn't actually count them.
that was your position.
Yeah, that's my position. As it says, my position. Yeah, should have appreciated that. Oh, we see a raise from. Oh my God, a raise from Miniman.
So Sam's not going to be folding here with the extra chips. 6,000 spot 41.
You cannot
We do
fold.
have
Miniman might have a bit of a decision here with like ace queen, ace king. Would you fold ace king in this spot?
I did.
Miniman says, nah. I'm all in, kid. I'm all in.
No, this isn't quite as easy as the decision for Sam. He was obviously calling. And
he folds. He has
Ace
queens.
9 and queens.
That's top set. So Audrey in real bad shape.
Victor open 10.
And 0%.
We lose Audrey on the bubble. So we're now in the top 6. Top 6, and everyone will now be scoring points.
So it's interesting to see Bernstein raise fold there.
I think he 3-bet fold, did he? Limp from Audrey. Yes, limp from Audrey, re-raised it from Corey.
Yeah, so it was a... Yeah, he folded Ace-King. Yeah, so Connor says he folded Ace-King. So it was a raise from Miniman to 4.9k. A shove, a re-raise to 14.4 on by Bernstein, and then a shove from Audrey, a re-shove from Miniman for all of Bernstein's chips, as not for all of his chips, for nearly all of his chips. So he put into the decision for all of his chips, which is nice to do. So nice, Miniman picking up that pot there with queens and knocking out
103k, so he is a large chip leader here.
Yep, he's got, looks like, a quarter of the chips. Yeah.
Some saying he had king queen suited.
He said he had 3 bits smaller. But he said he had king queen suited, so I think that he shouldn't make it 14k from the 5k raise. He could have made it 10k, 10.4k, and still sent the same message to Corey. Who is either rolling or folding.
And where's the chat? They're just in the
Yeah, sorry.
big pots of this thing. Quinny, Derny doesn't get hangovers, he just wakes up and jump in the tractor. My tractor isn't in Preston, so that wasn't possible this morning.
You have a tractor?
No.
Oh, damn it. That would have been brilliant. I made so many memes. No, not really. But it wouldn't surprise me if you had a tractor. I think you need to convince Simon Stephen that you have a tractor. Hopefully he's not watching this. So
I have a toy tractor.
That's fine. That's what he meant. You just get on your toy tractor and ride into the sunset.
Sam, how was your hangover journey? It was horrendous this morning. I felt terrible, which probably won't surprise you. But I'm feeling much better now. Doesn't mean I want to drink.
No.
Yes, I think this relates to a story that
we talked
about during the break earlier. So if you want to hear more about that story later, you can always watch back the stream.
Yeah. Connor here put in a good shot in a spot, raising the 10 turn. Good shot deciding to fold. It is harder to commentate obviously when you don't have a hand and you do not know the opponent's hands. But we are following the action here, so it's like the PokerStars replay, but being streamed
the whole card's down coverage.
Yeah.
Just saw earlier. Well, we were obviously following Kieran this evening. Do you think it's going to be a situation of following different people, maybe, or is it going to be?
Yeah, 100%. I personally don't mind who we follow. Bailey said we could follow up to 3 people with the thing that the idea that he's got in place. And if that man says it can be done, it probably can be done.
I don't think there's anything to do with this stream he can't do. So
yeah. So
challenge to you then, Bailey.
Yeah. If you can get it all up and running for us next week, hopefully we'll be able to follow 3 people simultaneously. Obviously we wouldn't be able to play then because we'd be able to see the whole cam cards live. But we could have somebody playing separately.
Yeah.
We could have someone playing separately and then maybe come in once one of the players busts, or we just luckily pick all the 3 that finish top 3.
That'd be nice if we managed to get whole cards up covered.
I'm glad we made it to the final table though today. I'm glad it wasn't like a 2-minute stream where I just got it in first hand aces v kings for 300 big blinds, and we lose to a king. So interesting here that Miniman and Connor seem to be getting into pots together. They're the two most experienced players. Oh wait. Oh no, we got a good shot as well. Yeah.
Yes. Left doesn't get through his top pack there for Connor, but he's going to chip leader. Chip leading after Connor aces on 74 day.
Stealing the chip lead off really well.
Which is about 36 big blinds, 37 big blinds.
Yep.
Still playing both here.
Interesting to see Kate still limping. Limp. Obviously decided to stick with the game that she plays often, the game that she feels comfortable with.
I expect to call there with the hot odds. So.
Yep, with seeing lots of flops, making hands, and basing your decision on your own hand strength, which is never a bad thing to do. If you understand your hand strength well enough, people can almost level themselves into playing back at you when you're in spots where you never fold in, or in spots where where they feel like they need to get in an open-ended flush draw, an open-ended straight draw on the turn when you bet, when you can just call the top pair. Do you know what I mean? They don't realise that for you to shove an open-ended straight draw or a flush draw, you need to have fold equity, and to make it profitable. But all the training videos say, oh yeah, raise your draws, shove the turn. Like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes it might be better just to check back and get the, do you know what I mean, and then value bet rather than semi-bluff, because you are still bluffing effectively. You're bluffing with equity, and if you check back, you either get there or you don't. And whether she realises that when the flush comes in on the river and she still has an ace for top pair, that changes your hand at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, players who are disciplined may fold top pair bad kicker when the flush comes in on the river and you bet big, but it's all about playing different against different players.
Yeah, adapting yourself to feel at the table. You might be playing against your cheating position in comparison to those players. Definitely. So we have Connor is saying you need to be able to see the whole cards, or you don't talk about the hand. We did explain earlier that the online stream, whereas the live stream, whereas on the Tuesday night table, we have whole cards up coverage from all the players, so we can see all the hands, so we can talk about the actual action. Whereas this is more following a single player through a tournament, more talking
their thought process, and
the way they play through, and then talking more about things with the society, what we've got happening. So it's going to be a slightly different stream to what we have on the Tuesday, but it's still streaming poker. So
I mean, this is what everyone else does online on Twitch. So like, sure, yeah, we'll join. Obviously, knowing everyone's whole cards is the best, and that's why I think that the live league has that difference. Like, we are going to be streaming one with, we know everyone's whole cards, and it's really easy to commentate on it. And you can almost sound like a genius because you know everyone's whole cards and you never make any mistakes. But when you're playing an imperfect game, which is Hold'em, and you don't know everyone's cards, it'll be interesting to see how people look back. Like, I might look back at this stream in, say, 2 or 3 months' time and go, why have you even said the word fold on that 8-8 forward board or whatever it was with 9-8?
Yeah.
Because obviously you can have sevens there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
and it shows the difference between the two types of streams, because if we have a way of streaming whole cards up, the online and the league, then I know it's the difference between online and live poker, but it makes a difference between those two situations. So we have just gone through another 5-minute break. So just say.
Yep, we're on a 5-minute break. So we will be talking about what will we be talking about?
I'll just see if
What's the phone call? Wait, quick. Move. Open.
Sorry, go. So sorry, Kieran has just had to go and speak. I take a very important phone call. So we are six-handed here with Appreciate, Miniman, Gutshot Bray, Connor Aces, J Bells, and S Steenstein. So as we said earlier, event coming up. We do have the Freshers Cup last night, or tomorrow night, as we were talking about, with again with the freshers being playing to get them experienced. So just to give them a Chiefs Best Fresher, which was taken down last year by Jacob Jordialis, who I'm sure some of you have seen on the streams throughout this week. What else do we have? Alumni Night. I believe is the 28th of November. I don't know what tangent Danny is going on, but you're not talking about the hands since you've busted. Don't know what tangent Danny is going on, but you're not talking about the hands since you've busted. Yes, we're not doing so much commentary of the actual hands in this situation. As I said, it's the difference between some of the streams. So, yes, Alumni Night, as I was saying, where we get all the old players, anyone that's played from the society for the past 12 years, I believe, this society's going, all come back. We'll have streaming all that on a Saturday event, so that's going to be a different day. Day for you to be watching us on the stream, as well as our regular Sundays and Tuesdays. Yes, 2 minutes on the break here. As I said, after this stream, I believe Kieran is going to be streaming some online tournaments. I don't know if he's found anything to play yet, but we'll see. I think coming up we will be doing some Sunday grind streaming. So Sunday's a usual day for streaming online poker or playing online poker. It's quite a big day for it, so I think we're going to have it set up to have a few of us streaming online at the same time. So multiple screens in which we're going to be able to see whole cards up coverage of people playing a range of tournaments online. I don't know exactly when we're going to be starting that, but it should be soon.
Can I jump in?
Yes. Kieran is back.
Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call from my vice chair. Tomorrow. Playing the Freshers Cup tomorrow. I'm not going to say what he wanted, but he was just saying, have we got all the prizes and everything sorted out? And I was assuring him that we do. We had Jacob went down to Argus a couple of days ago to pick up the chips there, which he showed me, so it does exist. So that's what's up for us.
For the winner.
Yep.
Are we able to reveal any of the more prizes on the stream, or is that all being saved for tomorrow?
There's some alcohol for a second. There's some decks of cards and other little bits and bats that we're ready to give out, as well as a few little fun prizes for like maybe like the first bust out or stuff like that. Yeah. And just basically just have a good time. That's what it's about, and all the players at a new society can have a chance to win a chip set, and then maybe play amongst themselves in home games like we used to do when we first started and stuff like that. Well, it's Connor. It's hard to talk about the hands when we don't know the whole cards. Like, if you want me to say, oh, this is the third time that Connor's racing the cut-off, then I will do. But
first time back from the break, we are now back, and we can do some hand analysis with James shoving under gun. or 20k with the blinds at 1,000, 2,000.
10 big blinds. Alright.
250.
Let's talk about this. What range do you reckon James Bale's shoving here? I think he's shoving exactly 9s and only 9s.
Is that the only hand that he has in this situation?
Yep, it's the only hand. No, he has 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s, 5s, 4s. Not 4s. Not 6s. Not 5s. But like, how can we commentate on this fight? This kind of.
Jack shot great in the time bank. He currently has. Well, he could be here for 2 minutes.
Yep. He's waiting for James Bale's cards to come up on stream. But
on the back of the cards anyway.
Yeah. So when he comes up, he'll be like, "Oh my god, he's got 2 stars."
That's a good. That's the situation where it had a renew and he had to hang him 20 seconds in his time bank.
Alright, let's talk about this. Connor calls off with 8 plus and Ace Queen plus. No, Ace Jack as well. And Ace 10. Ace 10, Ace Jack, Ace Queen, Ace King, King, Queen, and that's it. For 10 big blinds.
I'll see if he makes a call, and if you're correct with that analysis. Looks like he has disconnected.
Yep. He's
maybe some people are enjoying a longer break than 5 minutes.
Yep. He's probably high fiving his buddies actually with aces.
Slow rolling.
As he did before in the Jason Smithville comp.
And he makes a fold.
Yep.
And some chips.
Blinds are going up now to 2,400. 1.2k, 2.4k with a 300 ante. We are very, very deep here, like Miniman with 94k.
We do have a few 10 to 15 big blind stacks here, so we could see some action going. Quinny suggesting to make the hands up.
Yep, so according to Quinny I need to do this. Something to do with hands up, but okay here. Interesting to see you keep limping. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I hope other people are paying attention to this. We've seen a limp fall, we've seen a limp call, we've seen a limp donk, we've seen a limp raise bet, we've seen a raise check back as well. She's just going through the motions of everything you can possibly do, which is great to confuse people like me who's just losing my mind.
When you're on the stream, if you try everything out, you can see what works. And she's gone for a raise on here.
Yeah, so it's gone limp. Was that check back and then bet raise?
Yes, bet raise on the turn.
Yeah. James is like, she always has Queen Jack here. She always has Queen Jack here.
I can't hear, Connor. I can't hear what you said, but all I'm trying to say is that you haven't been talking about any poker hands. Obviously, it's harder than lively because you have to assign ranges.
I'm trying to keep the poker talk amateur.
Oh, Connor, if you know any way in which we can get PokerStars to allow us to see holds up coverage, then please let us know, and then we can sort that out for future streams. I don't think it's possible, but feedback. I'm not trying to erase you here.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm not being offended. Don't worry about this. I know.
We do understand. You do see at times with some of the streams you see with the big comps doing a mix between hold guides down and hold guides up.
Yeah. I think this will be our whole comp down, and the Tuesday one will be the whole guides up.
Yeah.
So I think that'll give us a nice balance throughout the year.
Obviously, Connor, we would be able to provide you with hand analysis, but Kieran decided to bust a comp early, so
yeah, that's just what I do. Always get myself into hero spots. Miniman here, Corey Logan, not liking the fact that he's put himself in this position with a jack.
It's your biggest lead.
What? How is 8-9 a hero spot?
Or is
Oh no, he's saying 8-9.
asking, does Sam have 8-9?
He's not going to call with 10 of diamonds, is it? Interesting to see.
I haven't seen how the rest of the hand has played out so much, and it does make the call.
Let's see what he called with.
For two pair. I'm not sure you won't be able to see what you see not in the hands.
Yeah.
Like, did you not save?
So we don't even know what he called with, so.
So, 3 Chris.
Ace of hearts, 8 hearts. So he called with, it looked like, is that ace high?
It's high, yes.
Wow.
So we've seen 3 X-rays here from Gutshot Grey. It's not been playing too many hands, and you don't normally see raise sizes of 3x at late stage in time.
Especially from an experienced player like.
Generally, some people start off by 3x raising on the early blind levels, so I think we have 15-30 here. So a raise to 90 there is fine, but generally as you get further through the tournament, the blinds do increase and get bigger. You generally do start to decrease your
opening
bet sizes.
Yep.
So we do have a raise from Connor from early position, a 3 bet from James. So
James Bailey, Connor needing roughly 25% to call.
7s the aces. And aces there for a double up.
Yep, must be nice to get aces when you know the guy's never folding.
I think particularly with an early position range there that Connor's raising, I don't think he's ever raised folding with that shove size. I think it was about 7 big blinds.
Yeah.
Pretty. You make it 2. It's 5 big blinds to call to win about 10. So.
Yep. Pretty solid spot there for Connor. And James Bale picking up aces. That's all he plays. He just waits for aces. Puts it in.
Bottom of his range, and he's open shove. Shove there. Can he really have aces twice in 3 hands?
28k, he's 10 big blinds, so he's shoving for like 13, 14, so he can still shove all his pairs, sevens to like jacks. Maybe opens queen plus, and then get lots of calls for sure.
Big blinds, so
it is quite a lot, and it is a lot of the chips in play as well.
Yeah, well, you did have Gutshot covered, and
Connor.
He didn't have Connor covered, but it was most of his stacks, so it was effectively an all-in call for their tournament. So, a lot of hands of grey here on the button.
For any of you that aren't too familiar with tournament settings and final tables, you'll generally find that the early positions fold a lot more, and it becomes more of a war towards the blinds and the button for stealing them blinds, because everyone has to pay an ante, so all that dead money in the middle, that 2,100 in the middle of your screen is just dead. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just there for whoever wants to take the initiative in the pot.
Well, that 2,100 is purely the ante. So here, with just the antes on the blind, you do have 6,300 in the pot. So by making a raise on the button or in a shove, you're picking up with some of these stack sizes that have, say, 30 to 40 big blinds. You're adding approximately, you can add 15% to your stack without even seeing a flop by just getting a raise to free, which at this late stage is
crucial.
Is a decent chips to add. So.
And as well, if you're not winning them blinds and antes, them blinds and antes are coming straight out of your stack, and you're just going to dwindle down even faster.
And obviously as we get to the later stage of the tournament and people are getting knocked out on the final table, King Jack and Ace King here.
Interesting to see a 3x open from Gutshot Grey, but he's going to need to find a ace against the 2 pair of Kate. Kate wins there with Jack King, sorry. Put it in dominated and found the Jack. That's all she needed to do, really.
So as I was saying, as the people are getting knocked out on the final table and you're dropping down, so in 6-handed, then to 5-4, the blinds come around a lot more often, so you're losing. Whereas in 9-handed, it's obviously every 9 hands before you're in the blinds, and now it's 6, so you do see the blinds a lot more frequently, so you do need to be opening up your range, seeing more, playing more hands. So Yes, used to, yeah. So we are in a stage of seeing a lot of open ships here due to the stack sizes. 40k here, sharpen.
So for any of you that don't know really about 10 big blind shoving ranges, if you have less than 10 big blinds, your only move in the game should be all in or fold. Unless you're getting a super crazy price with a really suited hand. King Queen B7s, King Queen wins.
Have a look here for Sam.
For Sam, yeah. Pretty easy call. Was it an easy call for Miniman? The 7s there? So it looks like Bernstein, who's raising this hand, shoved for. Oh, it was. It was a big shove. Shove was for.
About 40k.
Yeah.
So it was about 14 big blind.
So 14 big blind call that got called by Miniman 7s and lost the flip there. So interesting here, Bernstein raised, Connor flatted in the big blind. Bernstein that's really big on this flop. 420.
There's the 420 for you.
Yep. Into Connor. Connor wants that 420.
Let's see what happens. Bit of a brick turn. The 4 doesn't change
much. No. Connor can go with ace high. Ace high queen. But when he calls flop, I feel like he has a queen or a jack very often.
That's an interesting move of card to the king.
Yeah, if I see Connor check here, I think he has a queen or a jack. But I won't be surprised to see him bet here, because he might be all 2 pairs, and this king is good for this.
So I think it is a queen or jack there saying in the chat, whoever king this is sick. Bets 2/3 of his stack.
Yeah, that says I'm never folding. And a fold for from Bernstein. Yeah.
Just in case there's some people coming into the chat.
Yeah, ace 10. Yeah, I like that. I like the call with ace 10 there. Ace 10 is definitely part of his range.
Second, that's it.
9-8. 10-9. Yeah. So check. This was a raise and a call. So check
no,
from
James
Bill.
Big blind's 3.2, so it's been in.
Oh, was it then?
Yeah. So,
interesting to see James call the turn. Looks like he has a heart or an ace. I was going to say heart, a jack or an ace, but he went check pretty quick.
Yeah, it is a reasonably scary turn card. I'm expecting a call here. Brown got shot. I don't think this 1.5 big blind shove is going to get through.
Bernstein don't show, by the way. Good boy. Just check it down now, Bernstein.
I expect this to be checked down to the river.
Unless somebody has
fairly
the
often.
loosh. You shouldn't bluff in this spot with exactly that hand. You should check and get there. 0%.
Double up for gut shot grey.
Yeah. If you have ace 5, yeah, you should usually check.
Quite easy to see a turn and reassess because big blind in a dream. That seems to be the phrase of the evening.
Yep.
And
state the amount of big blinds you have and then put and a dream afterwards.
We have a shove very next hand from gut shot grey, which has been called by Connor. So
ace 5 is the shove from gut shot grey. A snap off from Connor. He's going to need to find a 5. Only a 5 on the
and we are down to 5-handed.
Nice call there from Connor. Obviously, there's nothing you else can do but just put it in with ace jack. No more dream. Nice little bit of
no big blinds and no dream.
Banter in the chat there from Connor.
20 big blind, 3 big blind shove. Actually, the effective stack is we were saying earlier.
Yep.
So
Bernstein hopefully realising that he only is risking 40k of his stack. 6,800 in the middle to be won for anyone who wants it. It's a raise here from Bernstein, and I won't be surprised to see Connor just give him the beans and shove on him.
He has been opening up but oh, and they're cool. I've seen a few shops with Sam involved, the 2 big stacks to the tournament getting involved in a pot here, so
yeah, Connor has a little bit of wiggle room when he likes to see flops. Bet here from Bernstein. Won't be surprised to see got a peel there, but unfortunately he just lets that one go.
And another ace. I think this is 3 hands in a row now.
This is 3 hands in a row now from Bernstein, and he gets shoved on under gun +1. Oh wow!
Oh,
Connor looks like he's found pocket queens. No, it's ace king.
5 ace king.
Love the shove from ace 5 by the way.
5 on the flop.
Love the shove from ace 5. Unlucky though, she ran into ace king.
But she finds a 5 and a double up for Appreciate Kate to chip leader. Really? Yep, you're a chip leader.
She just wanted to go home.
As you're playing online, she probably already is home.
Yeah, exactly. Just wanted to go home. So Kate here can't seem to lose.
Blind shove here from
James Bill.
These folds, obviously not deuces because they'd be definite scores, they never lose, and they're made hands there. And a king, so they're showing 1 card each now.
All in here for just over 10 big blinds for Connor. And looks like James has found a hand. Pocket 8s, pocket 9s for James. Oh, I'm not going to get any of these right. Queens.
On the flop.
And unlucky. I'm just going to preemptively say wrecked for Connor. GG, no re, get wrecked.
And Connor now has no blinds in the dream.
Yep, and we're 4-handed here. James Bale, Miniman, Appreciate, and Bernstein. 4-handed here.
4-hand action, so you will see the range is being opened
Even more so.
wider here as we now have just 4-handed play.
Yeah, Connor's just busted. Ace 4 into queens.
Stop and go maybe there from Miniman. Making a call out of the big blinds.
Interesting to see. Oh, this is going in every day. Oh my god.
Not with 3 high. It's a great that's the situation you want blind blinds.
You do need
Depending
some sort of high card.
Yes, you can. To be fair, he did have live cards, but you're not going to be betting in with these 3 there. So limp blind with blinds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bet from James Bale and Bernstein. Cool.
So we were saying earlier about min betting, but things now we're short-handed. You get a lot of heads-up pots, so if you are min betting, it still is a big portion of the pot of the stack. So you probably see it more now than if you're, as you were seeing occasionally earlier on when you're in big multi-way pots, and the average number of big blinds that the players are having are much higher.
Yep.
I think Miniman needs to be getting stripped in fairly soon with about 4 big blinds, but not this time. Bottom raise
From James Bale, which gets through.
that's easy still there.
Yep. Is there anything else we want to talk about for the coming weeks?
What do we have? Yeah, we talked about Breakfast Cup. I think Alumni Night, a bit of a plug during the break.
Nice, that's good.
So not bad. Always a very good fun event.
So if any of you here are following us from who are not from the society, remember to drop a follow down the bottom. If you want to see all this free bet shoving here from Miniman and James Bale just tanking here, never ever folding. Please tell me you've got Queens plus here, James Bale.
It is 6 big blinds. He's getting 4 to 1 as money. He's open.
Oh, he's got 160 time bank as well.
And he's time bank with kings.
Kings with a 10-7. He's going to need to find a 6, and I hope he does. That's not a 6.
I do think at times if you tank that long,
You have
particularly
to.
with aces, if you have aces and you use your entire time bank, I do think you deserve to lose that hand.
Definitely.
King's almost just bad, but he didn't use up his whole time bank, so
Yeah.
James would probably say he just lost a bit of connection.
Yeah, so if you are enjoying the stream, we are three-handed here. Remember to follow, and maybe catch us on Tuesdays, where we're streaming live poker from our society.
Well, this is live poker. Being played live.
This is live online poker.
But that's live poker.
Live poker. It's live squared poker. Yeah, so you'll be able to catch us on our Tuesday stream, which we do every Tuesday. We have a roughly 50 to 60 man tournament.
We've been getting about 6 tables, 6 or 7 tables recently, so
per week.
Good figures.
On our home-built whole cam card table that we stream from.
I do believe if you've seen us on Tuesday nights and you want more information about the project, I believe there is a video on our YouTube and Twitch. So you can go onto there and hear Kieran and Simon Bailey talking about how they built the table.
Yeah, if you want, I'll link it to you in the chat. So this is the main video if you really want to know like how everything happened, and
we are UClan Poker Live, so I think if you want to search for anything for Twitch, for YouTube, UClan Poker Live is
UClan Poker Live is, as you can see on the left. Sorry about my cough, guys. So there we go. There's the link to the video of how we made the table. Three-handed now.
Blinds are 2,000, 4,000. So the average stack is going to be approximately 25 big blinds.
Yep.
Okay. Big shove there from
James Bell.
There's been a lot of 20 big blinds shoving in.
From James.
From a couple of people, I know Sam's done it a few times today, so I'm not so sure. Personally, I know that we're down three-handed and short-handed, but I always think 20 big blinds it's just a bit too big of a stack to be open shoving. I know that they aren't that deep to play too much post-flop play, and as I'm sure a number of you are aware, with tournaments, you do end up getting the deeper you are, the more you do turn to pre-flop play in comparison to post-flop. I think we've got quite an interesting board here, four heart boards. James.
Interesting to see this. Such a big pot.
Big pot, wet board.
Yep.
Could see some action. Well, now we've said that, we'll probably go check on the river.
Check him up. Gets the hand fold, and we lagged apparently. Apparently we lagged because like 3 things happened all at once. Are we even still live? Yeah, we're still live. That's good.
So we're streaming. You got that one.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. We did lag.
We did lag, so let's see what happens.
Kate didn't even notice she had the second nut flush there on that paired board.
Big fan chip leader. Oh, no good thing.
Makes the fold. King forward there for Kate. Probably doesn't know how to show her cards, but. Or maybe she's just leveling him. Maybe she's just leveling him, saying.
See, this is what I was saying about earlier, having the min rate instead of the shove. I think.
Yeah, I think it's more efficient.
Yeah.
Use of your chip stack.
And you're risking less of your stack as well.
Yep.
So you don't quite not into the danger zone. I know we're obviously playing 5-minute blinds online, so things are a bit more turbo-y. Just in case anyone does say anything. Journey, ever done the Grillstock Smokehouse Bristol Challenge?
Ace 9 versus Queen 6 here, James Bale's all in. He limp. He said he trapped, but he definitely took a huge amount of chips off Bernstein there, who shoved with Queen 6. I'm just going to quickly rewatch this hand just so I know exactly what it is. Yep, it was a limp from James Bale and a shove from Bernstein.
With the Robin Jimenez, the Queen 6.
Yeah, it was the Queen 6 suited.
Queen 6 suited, the Robin Jimenez. Going back to your question, Grayton. I don't know it, I've never done it. So, what is the Grillstock Smokehouse Bristol Challenge? If you can let us know, let me know and we will see. But I've not heard of it.
Blinds going up again. Bernstein probably will be all in this hand. Blinds are 2k 2.4, 4.8, so he has 2 big blinds effective.
I think he's definitely going to get in on the next time end of his blinds.
Interesting to see Kate and Bale very even stacked. Whoever wins this pot will take the chip lead.
And Duchenne. So I expect it all in here. 7-5 V5 for 1. So the standard big all in vision. And Sam did pick up the 4 with the pair on the turn, but 5 on the river with the diamond. So. So we are now heads up in week 3 of the UClan Poker Society online league between J Bells 93, James Bailey, and Appreciate Kate Mayholm Weber.
Nice. So interesting to see. Oh, we have pretty much a dead heat for chip lead here. There is not much in it.
About 140k.
I'm not even going to say someone the chip leader because that is way too close to call it.
That's not even pretty much an ante between them, and we do have approximately 25 big blinds in here, so there is some play to be had here. So
Min raise here from James Bale, and a call from Kate. Normally you would check to the razor, but I've just preempted that donk. Yeah, I'll take that. I hope that James Bale realises that she doesn't have to be nutted in that spot. But yeah. Sorry about that, I was just cleaning up the chat from all the spam messages. So, James, resorting to limping the button strategy.
I do think we're going to see quite a lot of flops in this heads up. I don't see it being much of a. Well, some heads up you do have a lot of aggression. But generally, you will see a lot of flops, and I definitely reckon, yeah.
When James limps the button there and Kate checks to him on the flop, he's going to be betting all the time. I would imagine so anyway. Min raise here from Kate.
Is there a reason why Grace had all these messages deleted?
What's the...
Appreciate using a little bit of a chip lead here.
Yep.
Appreciate see the blinds up on 3. Min raise. Back to the min raise from James. And just so I'm saying, seeing a lot of flops, we have a pot taken down for it. So,
Male v female in this heads up battle.
the battle of the sexes.
I'm sorry about that, I just turned my Xbox on, which is right next to me. We are streaming from my room, by the way, my dorm room at university over at Moorlane Halls. Looks like we're back into a dead heat for Chip Lead again.
Chip Lead back to Game House, so I do think we will be Game House. Rob Lewis saying spelled league wrong. I'm assuming that's meant to say spelt league wrong, noobs. Yes, on here is spelt league. I do like it when people when people comment on your grammar and spelling being incorrect. When their grammar and spelling is also incorrect. Yes.
That wasn't a misspell, that was a typo.
We will see. Really misspelled typos. I think you'll find if you look, it doesn't say anything wrong at all.
Check your eyes, kid. Open fault there from Kurt, which is sometimes you do have to